Would all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. We are here at a special meeting regarding to execute an order of consent with the New York State Department of Environmental Conservative related to stormwater management controls for resolution. Whereas New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, also known as NYSDEC, has issued certain violations to the Village of Washingtonville related to its stormwater management program, including alleged deficiencies in annual reporting, outflow reconnaissance, inventory procedures, failure to enact local laws relating to stormwater management, education, outreach, construction, site inspection, and stormwater housekeeping programs. And whereas, while the Board of Trustees does not agree with all the findings and violations issued by the NYSDEC, negotiations have taken place with respect to same, which have resulted in the development of an order of consent designed to remedy certain deficiencies in the village's stormwater management program. Whereas the Board of Trustees believes that it's the best interest of the residents of the Village of Washingtonville to enter into a aforesaid order of consent. And therefore it is hereby resolved that Board of Trustees of the Village of Washingtonville hereby authorizes the village mayor or his designee to execute and deliver a certain order on consent between the village and the NYSDEC, the copy of which is annexed hereto, and to make all appropriate payments as required by said order of consent, the final version of which document shall be subject to review and approval by the village engineer and village attorney. By the order of Board of Trustees of the Village of Washington. If you remember, before we take a vote, we were issued findings from the DEC in the amount of $25,000 dating back to 2008. When they came here to do the audit, I believe it was September 7th, 6th or 7th?
Actually, I'm going to correct you, the original fine was higher than we negotiated at 25.
Yes.
30,000.
The original was much higher than that.
180.
Yeah.
Oh.
The fact that we
The original.
we initiated the phone calls to them, please come up here. But it goes back as far as 2008, as far as reporting. But when did they come up here? September 6th, 7th? It's a Thursday, I believe?
It says the 6th here, on September 6th, on page 2.
December 6th.
September 6th, where they found that this was the worst audit that this particular engineer from the DEC was ever on. Since then, they came with the report, okay? And having a meeting last week, telephone conference with the DEC attorney, Will, Frank, and myself, we brought it down to $25,000, a payment of $5,000 each month. However, we also negotiated a $5,000 payment due on the 14th of December with the signed agreement, and then picking up the balance of payments starting March 1st. So we're able to put that into next year's budget. A couple of things still have to be ironed out as far as the monies from this fund. But we can get into that at a later date. So, any questions on this resolution? Okay, we need a motion.
Make the motion?
Seconded. Roll call, trustee Kolar,
Yes.
deputy mayor Lang,
Yes.
trustee Mack,
Yes.
trustee Legato.
Yes.
Okay, I will instruct Aaron to prepare a check in the amount of $5,000, and this will be out in the mail, certified mail tomorrow. Second on the agenda, I just printed out, the payment in lieu of taxes agreement for the solar energy systems. At our next meeting, which is Tuesday night, December 18th. Reading through this red line, their original proposal to the village, the payment in lieu of taxes was in the amount of $14,000.
And it was structured at, just to clarify, it was structured at 7,000 per megawatt.
Correct.
That's why it's redlined out now, and it's a flat fee. If you look on page 2, 3, yes.
Trustee Kolar and myself had a telephone conference yesterday with solar energy people. And really, if you look at number 3, it was, 3 and 4 was based on the output of their production, which really is not our concern how much they're producing. They can't go over the 2 megawatt. And in doing that, they also, so they redlined that out of this agreement, but they also went from $14,000 a year to $15,000 a year as a pilot program, plus the other taxes. So we're probably looking for the village to gain $20,000 a year in taxes and the pilot program from year 1 to year 15. So
That's the last page.
it's quite significant, you know, I mean, it's, so Tuesday, well, tomorrow we have another phone call at 4 o'clock. I'm gonna see if we can move that to 4:30, conference call. Will Frank would also be on the phone as well as the representatives, just to iron everything out so we could come to a vote, come Tuesday night. They would love to get started. I think starting would be in March. Because they have a window because of the bat. And I think that window closes in March. So,
The end of March.
so between now and the end of March, they have to start taking down some trees
And the other 2 items that we're gonna vote on, one is the bonding for the decommissioning,
the bond, yes,
which we spoke about yesterday as well.
yes,
It was around 110,000?
yes.
Around there?
And,
That's if they have to take it down, so it'll be a bond post for 110,000 to remove everything. And the third thing was the crossings, the easements,
yes,
because we have 2 easements they have to cross over to give them permission to do that.
Mhm.
So they would like those 3 votes on Tuesday because they want to present their package to the investor by the
do
end
you
of the
have
year.
that?
Because also they have a certain time.
Do I have what?
The
O&R
crossings?
To have that,
No.
you know, they have the time,
Okay.
they have to have the package to O&R by the end of the year.
Okay, I will forward, you have the crossings.
Mm-hmm.
I will if you do, so I'll email that to you as soon, before I leave here tonight. The crossings and the.
But that came from Will, I think. That came
Yes.
from Will, and I think the format for the bonding came from Will, just the numbers they put it.
Correct.
So they're all in Will's forms.
Any questions, comments?
No.
And I think they said the final cost is around 3 to 4 million, the cost value. I think that's what the taxes will be rated at.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
Didn't these originally say 5?
it's in the email they sent today.
I don't remember or not. So that's a question that we can
That's the
Yeah,
mark.
that's what they originally said 5.
Then I guess the next step will be we'll have to discuss the farm exemption.
Well, he has to, that's up to him. In March, he has to, he won't be able to, because in March, he has to apply with the assessor, the exemption.
Oh, every year?
Yes,
I thought the board had granted him one.
No. no, the agricultural exemption is every March, according to the assessor.
Was that year to year?
Yep.
So it'll disappear in March.
Yeah, because he
On that
wouldn't, he
piece.
wouldn't be able
Yeah.
on that,
Just-
on a, you know, whatever acreage his panels are on.
But because it mixes both,
He'll still have an agricultural exemption on part of it. He still could have, they have to do the soil tests and the, now that they come to him, yeah.
They just go off maps from, unless we could, maybe we could request them, they actually come here and take soils.
You know, up there. And all that time, they would.
Yeah, they can go off previous records. So the one day they came here back, way back
Yeah.
when, it was good for farming. Now, I don't know, but, they just keep rolling over the information. So, that must have been.
Yeah, need some.
Questions, concerns?
And,
Did you text him just now?
Coffee's done. Maxwell House.
sorry, I
motion adjourned?
Motion to adjourn?
apologize.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Executive session over here?
Do we do it?
No, no.
No.
Thank you. Good night, you too.